From the studio hanging on by a spider thread and the guy who made the 1984 classic, Skid, comes a film that invites you to remember how great the original was. And that's it. That's the whole movie. Ghostbusters, Afterlife. You loved the Ghostbusters when they looked like chain-smoking janitors, thrilled when they became Saturday morning cartoons, and reacted in a totally calm, proportionate manner when they were recast as women.
They're making Ghostbusters with only women. What's going on?
Now, instead of making the kind of movie where bustin' made you feel good, Sony will give you a 2-hour-long BJ to your nostalgia for the original. That's so desperate to wash up the stank of their last attempt. By the end, they drop Afterlife from the title, as if to say, you want Ghostbusters? Here, we make Ghostbusters again. Happy now? Travel to Summerville, Oklahoma, a location that honors the original's roots by being secretly Canadian. It's one of those small towns that becomes a big town whenever there's a car chase. And it was home to the late scientist Egon. See, right when your favorite character started the Ghostbusters, he also abandoned his family. Sorry, that's canon now. Embark on a new journey with a next generation of Spangler when they move into his old trap house.
This isn't a farm, it's a trap.
Like his daughter Callie, who hates her dad so much, it extends to the abstract concept of science.
I just have an allergy to science. What are you up to?
Experiments.
Ugh, lame.
Trevor, a dirtbag who spends the summer trying to reverse jailbait a townie.
You're 15.
I'll be 16 in February.
And McKenna Grace's star turn as Phoebe. You may remember her as young Tanya Harding, young Captain Marvel, young Daphne from Scooby-Doo, young Malignant, young Emma from Once, young Hill House, or opposite young Sheldon. But now she's all grown up to play, well, basically young Egon.
I'm a scientist.
And while her grandpa's awkward jokes got balanced by 2 comedy legends, Phoebe will get hung out to dry like a first-timer at an open mic.
Why should you never trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
That's funny.
No, it's not.
What do you call a dead polar bear? Anything you want. It can't hear you now. Whoa, it's funny. I just thought you were being obtuse.
Was that a geometry joke?
Yes, that's why I winked.
See, if we keep pointing out the jokes are bad, then we're actually being clever.
Come on, not a single bar.
There better be a bar.
That's funny.
Fine, forget it. How about the word podcast? That's a funny word, right?
And podcast.
Why do people call you podcast?
Oh, I call myself podcast because of my podcast.
Why aren't you laughing? Legend Dan Aykroyd returns because he learned nothing from his other legacy sequel. In fact, the whole classic Ghostbuster lineup has been bribed out of retirement. And just like Egon, they're sad old men who stopped being friends.
Oh, we could barely keep up our mortgage. Some actor bought up most of Tribeca and we lost the firehouse.
Fun! But because Rick Moranis is saving himself for one last Honey, I Blew Up the Paycheck, Paul Rudd is the new Yutz who gets possessed.
You don't want to be here. I don't want to be here either.
Watch him test the theoretical limits of his own charm. Because now is just not the time for flirting, my dude.
The only thing lurking inside here is my slowly dying soul.
Is that what that smell is?
My life is a dumpster fire.
I love dumpster fires. I'm bleeding. Why am I bleeding?
You headbutted a park bench.
Oh, right. Yeah. Hi.
And in a touching tribute to how not even the dead can find rest, a Tupac hologram of Harold Ramis returns to lift the proton pack one last time. You know what? That was actually a really sweet moment. Oh, he's still here. Guys, he's not going away. Is he gonna say anything? No? Should we bust him or? So gather into the station wagon for a film that treats the originals like a holy text, even though it can't make up its own mind whether anyone's heard of them.
How do you, of all people, not know about this?
I'm ashamed. You know what this means, right? Your grandfather was a Ghostbuster.
But whatever, this isn't for people who want another goofy SNL movie with cool props. This is for people who want a big budget music and callback festival, where the Easter eggs are the size of Denver omelets. So screw it, let's just give the loudest people on the internet what they really want. 2 straight hours of references.
We got it!
References! Pick up your phone and call them. Go, Ghostbusters!
Gozer was a Sumerian god who was walking amongst the living. Evo Shandor, New York,
Old riveted
apartment building made out of
girders
selenium girders.
with cores of
Mine
pure
from Rice.
selenium.
Gozer, protected by a powerful gatekeeper and keymaster.
Behold, there was a great earthquake. The sun became as black as sackcloth, and the moon became as blood. The skies fell.
And who are you gonna call?
Wow, this place is great.
Gozer the Gozerian.
As the duly designated representative of the city, county, and state of New York, I order you to
under the
cease any and all
National Invasive
supernatural
Species
activity
Act.
and return
You
forthwith to your
depart
place
this
of origin.
world.
Are you the god?
What happened?
I totally thought I lost you.
The 5-pointed star.
We have the tools, we have talent.
Welcome to Baskin Robbins. Would you like to try our mango fruit blast?
Starring the Leftovers. Just a teenage dirtbag baby. Gone. Can I get a printout of Mr. Gruberson smiling? Hot, literally save America. J.K. Splittins. Josh Gad do be providing the grunts and squeals of Muncher though. Kraft Minions. I shot the sheriff roll in a day. 2 tops. How, Ray? You ain't got all the answers, man. 2 minutes of Bill Murray. As a treat. Now to the Congo Legacy sequel. Egon FT. Casita. And a moment of silence for Ivan Reitman. Rest in peace. Ghostbusters. Please don't get angry this time.
Maybe I could check it out sometime.
A flash drive? You gotta cast a podcast, little dude. It's right there in your name. You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck. Wibble wobble, jelly on a plate. My MySpace is still active. I'm in a glass case of emotion. End of side A. Turn this cassette over to side B.